Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur la chaîne de la causerie. Très heureux de vous retrouver aujourd'hui pour la vidéo qui va suivre. La vidéo qui va suivre, c'est une interview exclusive qu'on a eue avec Elena, récent champion des États-Unis depuis SummerSlam du côté de la WWE. Donc on remercie évidemment la WWE pour cette opportunité de nous avoir permis d'interviewer Elena. C'est la petite vidéo qui va suivre, donc je ne vais pas vous faire une intro très longue. Voilà, donc c'est une interview en anglais qu'on a sous-titrée. Voilà, donc n'hésitez pas à nous faire des retours. On s'excuse pour les petites erreurs d'anglais, parfois de grammaire, etc. Parce que mon anglais n'est évidemment pas parfait. Donc on a essayé de vous sortir ça vite juste avant Bashing Berlin. Si ça vous plaît, ben, n'hésitez pas à liker, vous abonner et nous donner votre avis en commentaire avec vos pronos pour Bashing Berlin qui a lieu ce week-end. En attendant, moi je vais vous laisser, vous laisser profiter de cette interview qui dure une petite douzaine de minutes. Voilà, avec Elena qui elle est très sympathique. On a adoré ce moment. Et on se retrouve très prochainement pour une nouvelle vidéo et bon visionnage. First question, you won your first title in the main roster at SummerSlam. Congrats for that. How does that make you feel now?
Well, I feel like it's long overdue. At the same time, in a weird way, it happened just the right time. So I know that sounds like a little bit of talking out of both sides of my mouth, but I can't mean it any more than that. I feel like this is long overdue, but at the same time, I can't complain. I think we're on the right path at this point.
First title, the US title. What does this have a meaning for you? The US title. What?
Well, you know what? It's kind of crazy to think about. Even digging back in, let's go ahead and dig into childhood a little bit. You had the old WWF magazine back in the day, and I always wanted the little styrofoam, WWE Championship belt. My parents would never want to send the money out to do the mail order for that. So we were at some little, I don't even know what the store was called, but we were at some store and I saw a little championship belt there. Some just generic whatever, but it was a United States Championship belt, oddly enough. I think I was in probably third or fourth grade at the time, probably about 8 or 9 years old. And yeah, so the very first uh, toy championship belt I have was a United States Championship belt. So interesting that this is my first pickup. It's kind of full circle in a way.
Do you want to personify the design of the belt to have
Oh
a
man,
pure L9TS title?
I've thought of some different things to do, even if it's just simple as putting a bunch of, the LAs are all over my vest. If I could put those all over maybe the strap of the belt or something like that, maybe that's something to consider. You never know.
When Gunther was the Intercontinental Champion, he has kind of restored the prestige to the title. Do you think the US title needs to regain a prestige? And what kind of champion would you like to be?
Whether it needs to regain prestige or not is not for me to say. I don't know that. All I know is that now that I'm holding it, I'm going to make it the most important title that I possibly can. And if that means that I've got to, face somebody this week, next week, the week after, then that's what we're going to do. I can for damn sure say that you're going to see it defended a lot more now that it's on me instead of Logan Paul, just by virtue of me being around a lot more. So whether that gives it more prestige or not, we'll see. But you can bet that it's going to be an important title for sure.
Who would you like to face during this your title reign? Young talents, legend. Do you have two or three superstars that you want to face?
It'll make a difference to me because every single one of them that comes in, the result's going to be the same. The result's going to be me still being the United States champion. I'm sure someday, somewhere, sometime, somebody's going to come along and try to take it away from me. Maybe somebody will at some point, but I don't think that's going to happen for a good long time. So as far as I'm concerned, anybody who wants to step up, come on up. But at the same time, is there anybody particular that I'm looking for? No. The only thing that I'm looking for is to hold on to the thing.
A few days ago, Fightful said that you have resigned with WWE after your victory at SummerSlam.
Lies, all lies. Don't listen to
Lies.
them.
Okay.
My contract's up next week. I'm leaving with the title.
How do you feel now in WWE? How would you describe the atmosphere and the locker room?
Everything's good. I think everybody's having a good time for the most part. There's a decent amount of camaraderie where everybody gets along, everybody's having a good time, and we're just putting on a hell of a product at the same time. So it's like we're out there just killing the game on TV and at the same time just having fun doing it.
You're 41 years old. Do you see
Oh,
yourself wrestling for a long time?
yeah.
How do you maintain such a great shape?
Uh, Man, there's so much that goes into that. Well, for instance, we were supposed to do this interview about an hour and a half ago, I believe. And the reason that we're not is because of the chiropractor. So it's things like that. It's investing in maintaining my body. It's investing in making sure that I'm getting good fuel, good foods. I'm not really a big supplement guy. Some creatine here, maybe a couple other things here and there, but for the most part, it's just making sure that while I'm in the gym, I'm getting full range of motion on every single movement. A lot of people say bodybuilding exercises are not functional. BS. Bodybuilding exercises can be very functional if you do them properly. And what that means is getting full, complete stretch, full, complete contraction to the point where you're getting strong, but you're also getting limber. You're not working yourself to where you're stiff and you're basically kind of if you're working yourself to where you're stiff and you're kind of move like this, there's a good chance you're going to get injured. And if you notice, I'm a pretty fluid guy for the most part, so a lot of that just comes down to the way that I train my body and the way that I fuel my body.
In 2013, you had your
And I'm a
first.
young man.
In 2013, you had your first stint in WWE. What do you take away from that experience? 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Um, it was a completely different time and place. I don't know if there's much to be taken away from that. I mean, some of it was, mistakes of my own. Some of it was also me just, pushing up against an impossible force that, basically told me from day one that, uh, let's just say that I was set up for failure in a way. And things are very different now, just because the system and the structure's changed. If I'm honest, I've probably changed since then as well. So I don't know what there was to take away from that, other than the fact that I'm here now and things are different, and let's go and keep moving forward.
Let's go back 2 years ago on 20th May 2022. You made your debut in the main roster as Max Dupri. Did
No,
you
no, no. I,
appreciate
I
the?
made I made my debut in October 2022.
Sorry, yes. Did you appreciate this gimmick, Max Dupri gimmick, or what was your reaction when you
All
found?
that, all that trash. Yeah. No, I don't. I very much felt like it was torpedoing my career. I very much felt like I was pretty much done for at that point. That was one of those few times where I was just like, all right, well, this is either the end of me here, or this is possibly the end of me in this business, or who knows. Um, because it was not me. It was not anything that I wanted to do or looked forward to doing. At the same time, I am committed to putting the best forward. So I gave it a shot, give it the old college try. But there's some things that people are fit for and some that people aren't.
And the moment you go your name a night back, what's that, a new start? Kind of redemption, if I said that.
When I reverted back,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean that couldn't have happened soon enough. Um, so yeah, I mean once we got into October, November, December 2022, and then it's the stuff with Bray and all that stuff. I mean, now we're in full swing, and now I'm feeling. Not only am I feeling, I'm feeling relieved in a way, but I'm also feeling newly motivated, um, vindicated, and a little bit frustrated. All the aided. I was feeling all the aided things because at that point, I felt like, okay, I had this giant setback for the last few months. Now I'm going to use that pulled back momentum like a slingshot and go flying forward and make this thing happen. And that's pretty much what I did. I didn't know that it was going to happen the way it did and as crazy as it did and blow up the way it did, but it did. And here we are.
I'm French, so I'd like to hear your thought on the atmosphere at Backlash and SmackDown in France. And And the PLAs in Europe in general.
I mean, you saw it, you heard it, the whole world saw it and heard it. I mean, it was a ruckus crowd when we were in France. And you know, I was not there for Backlash, but I was there the night before in SmackDown, and people keep sharing it with me over and over again when that music hits LA night, and then the place just jumps out. It was it was a wild reaction. It was a wild night, and they kept that energy going from start to finish. And probably even as they were leaving the building, I could imagine it was probably, you know, craziness as they were pouring out of the thing. So I think that's kind of what we've come to expect with a lot of these international tours, especially in Europe, and probably more of what we expect to encounter when we get to Berlin.
Yeah. Do you think WWE will come back in France?
Without a doubt, 100%. After all of that, after everything that took place over those few days, you bet your ass we'll be back.
Speaking of crowd, what's the secret of having your audience hooked on?
I don't know. If I knew that and I could teach it, I would. Um, I really don't know. I want to say it's something as simple as, oh, just be yourself, because there is some of that in there, but at the same time, it's not that simple either. It's an X factor that you cannot describe. You know, people always call it the it factor or whatever that thing is. That's really the secret sauce. The only problem is I don't really know the ingredients for that secret sauce. Apparently, I have them, but I don't know what they are, and I don't know how to concoct that.
Last question. Do you have a
Good,
locker
finally,
uh,
jeez.
do you have a locker room fun fact that you never told?
A locker room fun fact.
Yeah.
Uh I was about to make something up ridiculous just a minute ago. Um, jeez, I don't know. From the current locker room, do I have a current like a
Oh,
fun fact?
yeah.
Wow, I wish I had something to give you. I have nothing, so I'm probably just going to make something up. Uh, hmm. I have nothing. You're making me
Oh.
draw a blank here. Here's the problem. A lot of times I just kind of I get to the arena, I say hey to everybody, what's up? And occasionally I might be involved, but otherwise for the most part, I get into that place and I'm in the zone. And I just kind of go off on my own. Maybe I've got earphones in, whatever, going to make sure I'm getting my meals in, getting back to our whole thing we were talking about, putting the proper fuel in the body, making sure I'm getting the right amount of food, the right kind of food, that kind of stuff. And so a lot of times, man, I am just so dialed in that I don't have much for you.
No problem. Thank you for this time, for your time.
What a disappointment I am. My God, you're never gonna. This is terrible.
It's not a problem.
Yeah,
Maybe one day.
yeah. I'll have a fun fact for you next time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.